All right, today we are diving into a dish that isn't just served, it's presented. We're talking about a true culinary monarch, one that absolutely reigns supreme over Taiwanese celebrations, the incredible red crab sticky rice.
You know, this quote just nails it. Picture a huge Taiwanese banquet, right? You've got a dozen different amazing courses all fighting for your attention, but this is the one that stops everything cold. It's not just food, it's an event. And that's the key right there. We're talking about so much more than just a recipe. When this dish lands on the table, it's a huge statement. It's the host basically presenting a badge of honor, a symbol of their generosity, their respect for you, and the importance of the whole occasion.
So let's get into how this dish completely commands the spotlight. I mean, it's not just another course that comes out, oh no. It's the centerpiece. It's the undisputed crowning glory of the entire feast.
The source material uses this phrase that I just love, a protagonist's halo. And it's so perfect, isn't it? Just imagine it, this vibrant red crab perched like a king on top of a mountain of glistening, fragrant sticky rice. The second it's set down, bam, it becomes the center of the universe. The whole vibe of the event just gets elevated.
So, how in the world did this dish get such a royal status? Well, its history is this really fascinating journey that kind of tracks the story of Taiwan itself, you know? It went from being a simple home remedy to the absolute king of the banquet table.
And you can't really understand its rise to fame without understanding the stage it performs on, the Banto. This is your classic Taiwanese outdoor banquet. It's loud, it's joyful, and it is incredibly generous. It's a feast where food is basically the language of love and respect. So yeah, this was the perfect incubator for a star to be born.
And this timeline just lays out that journey perfectly. It all started with Fujiini's roots, where, sticky rice was for energy and crab was a super rare treat. Then, in early Taiwan, it became this kind of health tonic, something really personal and restorative. But it was during that economic boom in the 70s and 80s that it just exploded onto the public stage as the dish to show that you had made it. But see, its fame wasn't just about how it tasted. It was like a perfect storm of cultural symbolism. The bright red color of the crab, that means good fortune. The round bed of rice it sits on, that symbolizes family togetherness. And let's be honest, its sheer visual power was the ultimate way for a host to show off their generosity and gain face.
So what makes it taste so darn good? Let's break down the two heroes of this dish. Because for red crab sticky rice to be truly perfect, it's not enough for just one part to be good. No, it's a true partnership, a duel of souls where both the crab and the rice have to be absolutely exceptional.
Now, I love how this slide frames the two roles. On one hand, you've got the regal crab, the total showstopper, right? It's prized for its brilliant golden roe. Its job is pure spectacle. And then, on the other hand, you have the solid foundation, the sticky rice. It's the unsung hero that's soaking up every last drop of flavor. One provides the look, the other provides the soul.
And getting that showstopper right is a real art form. It's gotta be a female crab, and you're looking for very specific signs, a rounded, reddish belly, and a shell that's hard to the touch. But the absolute, 100% non-negotiable, it must be packed, and I mean overflowing with that luxurious, golden, sticky roe. That's the real treasure.
Okay, for anyone out there feeling bold enough to try this at home, here's the basic blueprint. First, you gotta soak the rice, for a few hours at least. Then, you build this incredibly aromatic flavor base, sautéing things like shallots, mushrooms, and black sesame oil. It smells amazing. Next, the raw, drained rice gets stirred right into that glorious mixture, coating every single grain. Finally, the prepped crab is placed right on top, and the whole thing is steamed together into one perfect, harmonious dish.
But see, this dish is so much more than the sum of its parts. It's really a delicious expression of a core cultural value that's just central to Taiwanese hospitality.
And that value is haodao. It's this word that means sincerity and kindness, but most of all, a really profound generosity. It's this cultural idea that you should always give more than enough. It's that deep-seated fear that your guests might not leave feeling completely full and totally cared for.
And this brings us to a little secret. It's something that every seasoned food lover in Taiwan knows. As spectacular as that crab is, the real prize, the true star of the show, is actually hidden right underneath it. Yep, it's the rice.
This just perfectly illustrates the cultural heart of the dish. That sticky rice is hodao made edible. It's the vehicle for the host's generosity. Think about it. While the crab is steaming up top, all of its essence, the rich oils from the roe, the savory juices, that sweet flavor of the sea, it all drips down and gets absorbed by every single grain of rice. It's there to make sure everyone is absolutely satisfied.
So, this masterpiece finally arrives at your table. You're ready to just dig in. But wait, hold on a second. There's a certain etiquette to it, a set of unwritten rules to enjoying this dish to its absolute fullest.
Okay, here's the ritual. First, and this is totally non-negotiable in the modern age, you take a photo. It's a sign of respect. Then, the first real move is to take that main crab shell and scrape out all of that golden roe. You then mix that treasure into the sticky rice below in this move that has an amazing name, Yellow Robe Bestowed, anointing the rice with even more flavor. And only then do you finally dig in and savor what is now probably the best rice you will ever taste in your life.
The key really is to just appreciate this dish on its own terms. It's not trying to be delicate or minimalist, not at all. It is a bold, heartfelt, and powerful expression of joy and abundance. It's warm, it's generous, and it is unapologetically, wonderfully magnificent.
And that leaves us with a final thought to chew on, so to speak. In a dish like this, where does its true soul really lie? Is it in the spectacular, prized ingredient that gets all the camera flashes? Or is it in the humble foundation that quietly absorbs and preserves every last drop of its essence? Something to think about. Thanks for joining this explainer.